It was a Friday night, and I was sitting on our couch in sweatpants watching some game I did not even care about. My wife Marissa walked into the living room with this look on her face, serious and determined, like she had been rehearsing something all day. She sat down across from me, not next to me like she used to, and said those 4 words that would change everything. "We need to talk about us." My heart started racing. I knew something was coming, something big. She folded her hands in her lap, would not look me in the eye, and then she said it. "I want an open marriage." Time stopped. I sat there frozen, staring at the woman I had promised forever to, wondering how the hell we got here. I never imagined those 4 words would lead to the most unexpected twist of my life. Before I tell you how everything unraveled, let me know where you are watching from in the comments. Drop your city or country down below. Hit that like button if you have ever felt blindsided by someone you trusted, because trust me, you are not alone. And make sure you subscribe because this story has a twist you will not see coming. What happened next changed everything. I thought I knew about love, loyalty, and what I actually deserved. So stick around because by the end of this, you might just look at your own relationships a little differently. Let me take you back to where it all started. 6 weeks before that conversation, life felt normal. Marissa and I had been married for 3 years. We lived in a small house in the suburbs of Portland, Oregon. Nothing fancy, but it was ours. I worked as a graphic designer for a mid-sized agency, pulling in a decent salary. Marissa was a marketing manager at a tech startup, making more than me, which never bothered me. We had our routines. Wednesday nights we cooked together, usually pasta or tacos. Weekends we went hiking in the gorge or caught a movie downtown.
Hit that like button if you have ever felt blindsided by someone you trusted because, trust me, you are not alone. And make sure you subscribe because this story has a twist you will not see coming. What happened next changed everything I thought I knew about love, loyalty, and what I actually deserved. So stick around, because by the end of this, you might just look at your own relationships a little differently. Let me take you back to where it all started. 6 weeks before that conversation, life felt normal. Marissa and I had been married for 3 years. We lived in a small house in the suburbs of Portland, Oregon. Nothing fancy, but it was ours. I worked as a graphic designer for a mid-sized agency, pulling in a decent salary. Marissa was a marketing manager at a tech startup, making more than me, which never bothered me. We had our routines. Wednesday nights we cooked together, usually pasta or tacos. Weekends we went hiking in the gorge or caught a movie downtown. It felt solid, comfortable. But looking back, I started noticing little things about a year before. Marissa began hitting the gym more. She went from 2 days a week to 5. She bought new clothes, changed her hairstyle, started caring about her appearance in a way she had not before. I thought it was great. She was taking care of herself. Then came the Friday night drinks with coworkers. Every single Friday.
I felt cornered, manipulated, but I did not know what to say. She stood up after a few more minutes of silence. "Just think about it," she said. "I need this Nolan." Then she walked into the bedroom and shut the door. I sat there alone in the living room, the TV still on mute, staring at nothing. My mind was racing. What did I do wrong? Why was not I enough? I did not sleep that night. I just lay on the couch, replaying everything, trying to figure out where we went wrong. The next week was hell. I could not focus at work. I barely ate. Marissa gave me space, but she also made it clear she was waiting for an answer. She started sleeping in the guest room. She stopped kissing me goodbye in the morning. One night she even sent me articles about successful open marriages like she was building a case. I felt like I was drowning. I called my best friend Dylan. He is 32, works in sales, been single for years. I told him everything over the phone, and he did not hold back.
Marissa came home late around 9, wearing this sharp business dress, hair a little messy, makeup smudged. She did not smile when she walked in. She just stood there in the doorway for a second, then sat down in the chair across from me. Not next to me on the couch where she always used to sit. "We need to talk about us," she said. Her voice was calm, too calm, like she had practiced this. I muted the TV and turned to face her, already feeling my stomach drop. "What is it?" I asked. She took a deep breath. "I have been thinking a lot about our relationship. I love you, but something feels like it is missing. I felt my chest tighten. Missing? What do you mean? She looked down at her hands. We got married, young Nolan. I never really explored. I never got to see what else was out there. Explored what I asked, though I think I already knew. Other people, she said quietly. Other experiences. I need to know if there is more out there for me. I stared at her, waiting for her to say she was joking. She did not. Instead, she leaned forward and said, I want us to try an open marriage. The words hit me like a punch. I could not breathe. An open marriage, I repeated, my voice barely above a whisper. She nodded. We keep our home, our life together, but we are free to see other people. Lots of couples do this now. It makes relationships stronger. You could explore too. Is not that fair? Fair, I wanted to scream. Nothing about this felt fair. But I just sat there, mouth dry, unable to form words. Are you seeing someone already? I finally managed to ask. No, she said quickly. Too quickly. This is not about anyone specific. I just need this, Nolan. I felt her words were a lie, but I did not push. She kept talking, her voice getting more insistent. If you love me, you will try this. Do not you want me to be happy? I thought you were more open-minded. This is about us growing together, not apart.
For the first time in weeks, I felt like a human being again, not just a ghost in my own house. If you ever need anything, I am right next door, she said before jogging off. It was just a neighborly comment, but it felt like a lifeline. A week later, on a Thursday night, Marissa was out on another date. I was sitting on the front porch drinking a beer, watching the sun go down. I did not want to be inside. The house felt suffocating. Harper pulled into her driveway after work, saw me sitting there alone, and walked over. Mind if I join you? She asked, holding a bottle of wine. I shrugged. Sure. She sat down on the step next to me, poured herself a glass, and we just talked. She told me about her job, how stressful real estate could be, how she dealt with difficult clients. I told her about graphic design, about the projects I was working on. She noticed I seemed distant. You okay? She asked gently. You seem like something is on your mind. Just tired, I said. Work stuff. She did not push, but her eyes said she understood. We sat in comfortable silence for a while, and when she finally stood up to leave, she said, Thanks for the company, Nolan. This was nice. After she left, I realized it was the first time all week I did not feel completely alone. Then came the breaking point. It was a Friday night, 4 weeks after the open marriage started. Marissa came home early, around 10, which was unusual. I was sitting at the kitchen table eating cold pizza straight from the box because I did not have the energy to heat it up. She walked in makeup, a little smudged hair messy, and sat down across from me with this serious look. I need to talk to you about something, she said. My heart sank. What now, I thought. I think I am falling for someone, she said. The words hit me like a truck. What? His name is Brad. He is everything I did not know I needed. She actually smiled when she said his name. My stomach turned. He is confident, ambitious, drives a BMW, works in finance. He treats me like a woman should be treated. Not like I do not know, just comfortable. I felt my hands shaking. What about us? I asked quietly. We still have us, she said, like it was obvious. This is the arrangement, remember? You can see other people too. Have you even tried? I stared at her. No, I said. I do not want anyone else. I want my wife back. She looked annoyed. You are not being fair, Nolan. You agreed to this. Maybe you need to actually explore too. You might feel better. I sat there looking at this woman I thought I knew and realized she was gone. She did not love me anymore. Maybe she never did, not the way I loved her. This was not an open marriage. This was her leaving me while keeping me as a backup plan. I am staying at Brad's tonight, she said, standing up. Do not wait up. She grabbed an overnight bag that was already packed by the door and left.
But the hug felt empty. It felt like I was signing away my dignity. The Saturday after I agreed, Marissa downloaded Tinder, Bumble, and Hinge. Right there in our living room, she set up her profiles while I sat on the couch pretending to read. She even asked me to take a photo of her for her profile picture. I did it. I do not know why. I felt like I was watching my marriage end in real time, but I could not stop it. By Wednesday that week, she had her first date.
About Marissa sleeping with other men. about Brad and how I felt like I was not enough, about how I agreed to this because I was terrified of losing her. I do not even know why I am telling you this, I said, shaking my head. Harper listened without interrupting. When I finished, she was quiet for a long time. Then she said, "Can I be honest with you?" I nodded. "Your wife is an idiot." I looked at her surprised. "I have been watching you for weeks now," Harper continued. "You are kind. You are genuine. You care about people. Any woman who cannot see that does not deserve you. This is not about you not being enough, Nolan. This is about her not appreciating what she has." I felt something shift inside me. Someone saw me, really saw me. Harper put her hand on my shoulder. "You deserve better than this," she said firmly. We sat there in the rain for a few more minutes, and then she helped me stand up. "Come on," she said. "Let us get you inside before you catch pneumonia." Before she walked back to her house, she looked at me and said, "If you need anything, anything at all, I am here. I mean it." Over the next few weeks, Harper and I started spending more time together. It started innocently. She invited me for coffee on Monday morning before work. We discovered we both loved hiking, so that Saturday we drove out to Multnomah Falls together. I laughed for the first time in weeks. It felt good. It felt real. Marissa noticed. She came home one evening, saw Harper and me walking back from a hike together, and her face darkened. "Who is that?" she asked when I came inside. "Harper. Our neighbor," I said. "You guys seem close," she said, an edge to her voice. "She is a friend," I replied. "Why do you care?" She did not answer, just walked into the bedroom and slammed the door. Harper and I kept seeing each other. We cooked dinner together a few times. We watched movies on Thursday nights when Marissa was with Brad. Harper told me about her divorce 2 years ago.
I worked late every night just so I would not have to come home to an empty house. Some nights I would sit in my car in the driveway for an hour, not wanting to go inside. I drank more than I should have. Beer after beer alone on the couch, trying to numb the pain. One night I saw a text on her phone by accident. She left it on the counter while she was in the shower. The screen lit up. Last night was amazing fire emoji from a number I did not recognize. I picked it up, my hands shaking.
I leaned in and kissed her. I felt guilty, but I also felt free. The next day, Sunday afternoon, I was at home texting Harper, smiling for the first time in months. Then Marissa burst through the door. "We need to talk, now." Her face was furious. "Are you sleeping with the neighbor?" she demanded. "What?" "No," I said, shocked. "Do not lie to me," she snapped. "I saw you two last night. You were kissing her, right in front of her house." I stood up, my own anger rising. "Are you seriously asking me this? You have been sleeping with other men for over a month. That is different," she yelled. "That is what we agreed to. So I am supposed to sit home alone while you are with Brad," I shot back. "You were supposed to," she faltered. "I do not know. Stay here. Not actually see someone else." I laughed bitterly. "So this was never about us exploring. This was about you having permission to cheat." "That is not fair," she said, but her voice wavered. "And her?" Marissa continued, her voice dripping with contempt.
She was about 5'7", with long brown hair, green eyes, and this bright, genuine smile that made you feel like everything was okay. She had a natural, healthy look, often wearing yoga pants and running shoes. One Saturday morning, about 3 weeks after Marissa started seeing other people, I was washing my truck in the driveway. I needed something to keep my hands busy so I would not think. Harper jogged past, then stopped at the end of my driveway. "Hey."
Oregon is a no-fault divorce state, so the process was straightforward. Marissa fought it at first, tried to convince me to stay, but eventually she agreed. We did not have kids, and we did not have much in terms of shared assets. We split our savings and put the house on the market. Marissa kept texting me. I made a mistake. Brad left me. He said I was too needy. Can we try again? I did not respond. Dylan told me to block her. Move on, man, he said. So I did. 3 months after I moved out on a cold Wednesday afternoon in February, I received an envelope from the courthouse. Inside was the decree of dissolution of marriage. I sat in my new studio apartment downtown holding the papers. I signed my name and felt a wave of relief. It did not hurt as much as I thought it would. It just felt like the end of something that should have ended a long time ago. Harper waited for me during all of this. She did not pressure me. "Take your time," she said. "I am not going anywhere." We still saw each other, but as friends. I needed space to heal, and she understood that. The first month on my own was hard. I blamed myself. Why did I agree to the open marriage? Why was not I enough? I could not sleep. I could not focus. But I did not go back to Marissa. Dylan convinced me to see a therapist. Her name was Dr. Kim, and she helped me understand that Marissa's choices were not my fault. I was not lacking anything. I deserved real love. I started journaling every night, writing down my feelings, tracking my progress. I reconnected with myself. Dylan dragged me to the gym. I started playing guitar again, something I loved in college but stopped doing. I joined a hiking group and met new people. I laughed more. I felt like myself again. At work, I focused on my career. I took on freelance projects on the side, designed a logo for a startup that got great feedback. My income increased. My confidence grew. After the divorce was finalized, I waited a month. Then I asked Harper on a real date. "I would like to take you on a real date," I said. She smiled. "I thought you would never ask." We started a real relationship. We did not rush. We built it on respect, communication, honesty. Harper was not a replacement for Marissa. She showed me what real love looked like. 6 months after the divorce, my life looked different. I had a small apartment, but it was mine. My job was stable, my income solid. I had close friends like Dylan and people from my hiking group. Harper and I were together, and it was healthy. Not perfect, but real. I heard through Dylan that Marissa was still in Portland, still dating around, but nothing seemed stable. She sent me one last text. "I am sorry for everything. You deserved better." I read it. I did not reply. I did not feel anger anymore, just indifference. I learned that open marriages are not wrong if both people truly want them. But for us, it was just an excuse for Marissa to escape while keeping me as a safety net. I agreed because I was afraid of losing her. That was not love. That was fear. I learned that loving someone does not mean losing yourself. You cannot sacrifice your dignity for someone who does not value you. The right person will not make you question your worth. Harper did not save me. I saved myself by finally choosing me. And Harper. She just showed me what it feels like when someone actually sees you. Freedom is not just about being single. It is about being free from relationships that diminish you. Free from guilt for wanting to be treated well. Free to walk away when something is not right. Sometimes the person you are meant to be with is waiting right next door. But first you have to stop settling for someone who makes you feel like you are never enough, because you were always enough. She just was not the right person to see it. So let me ask you, have you ever stayed in a relationship longer than you should have because you were afraid of being alone? Drop a comment below and let me know your story. I read every single one, and trust me, you are not alone in this. If this story resonated with you, hit that like button. It really helps get this message out to people who need to hear it. And if you have not subscribed yet, do it now. I share real stories about real life, no sugarcoating, just truth. Share this video with someone who needs to hear that they deserve better. Sometimes we all need that reminder. Thank you for listening to my story. I hope it helped you in some way. Remember, you are enough exactly as you are. Take care of yourself, and I will see you in the next one.